Anthony, and it's Prince in at the 3. And for the Magic, Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. The guard pair for him will be Suggs and Bane. And it's Wagner in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now Suggs. Bane looking around. Coach, this is a game we always look forward to. Pair of conference rivals going head-to-head, toe-to-toe. It should be a beauty.
Well, Kevin, you know, this is the NBA at its best. No need to hype this one up. This matchup provides its own hype, and you can hear the fans are as hyped up as we are.
Banchero against Rollins. That one good for 2.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
Here's Giannis, and Giannis throws it down.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And Suggs has got the ball here for Orlando. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Banchero outside. Castano asked you, what about Desmond Bane stands out to you the most?
Well, Kevin, I would say what stands out the most is how this guy has improved and added to his offensive game. Came into the league as basically a shooter, but now he has added playmaking and shot creation to his game. He can put the ball on the floor, take it to the basket and finish, or set up his teammates. He's too strong. If you're going to hit Giannis, make him feel it.
Wagner outside. Inside. Deflects the pass. Fast break, Milwaukee. And Giannis throws it down.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Wagner kicks to Banchero. The Magic again can't hit. Bucks leading by 4. Here's Giannis. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. We talked about their defensive game plan for Giannis, and he told me the best way to guard Giannis is to keep him out of the paint and force him to be a jump shooter. The only problem is no one's figured out how to do that consistently. Giannis always seems to find a way to impose his will. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. Anthony's shot is off.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Banchero, that's good.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options if he can't penetrate. Your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
Anthony against Bane, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Banchero with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Pass to Bane. Fires the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Prince outside, lets the 3 fly. Franz Wagner grabs the miss. Orlando's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down. I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. And the 3 ball is good. Banchero's got 9 points. Giannis passes to Rollins. Antetokounmpo against Banchero. They get it back. And Giannis throws it down.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
And so the timeout by Jamahl Mosley here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And with the goal of improving offensively, Stan, the Magic have made some moves.
Well, this is a team that hasn't been inclined to make many trades in the past. But with the young star talent they possess comes the urgency to win now.
Orlando making some changes. Wendell Carter comes in for Banchero. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Suggs. The Magic with the lead. Up top, Wagner. Guarded by Prince. To the middle. Here's Giannis. The shot's good on the assist by Prince. He's got 12. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
Well, their coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end. Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
So stand for the teams that made a move at the trade deadline. They're now facing the challenge of incorporating new players.
Yeah, it's not easy, Kevin. And these teams in the playoff mix have to incorporate those new guys quickly and prove that that trade was worth it. There's a lot riding on these moves.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. De Silva's checked in, and it's Howard in for Bane. Here's Wagner. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, it's showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
Giannis outside. Pass to Rollins. Howard against Antetokounmpo. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Anthony. It's hauled in by the Magic. There's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, they played with outstanding energy, communicated well, and were very disruptive defensively.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Bucks trail by 4. Rollins the pass to Antetokounmpo.
Magic foul.
So for the Magic, Goga Bitadze's checked in for Mo Wagner. Banchero comes in for Howard. And it's Bane in for Wagner. Giannis kicks to Anthony. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Anthony. A quick back, and Antetokounmpo on the follow. Giannis has got 16 points.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Magic have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Let's turn our attention to the sideline for the latest on Paolo Banchero. What's the status, Allie?
Thanks. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Orlando. It's a bruised shoulder, and while uncomfortable, they'll be glad it's not a more serious injury. They've made the call that they feel it's okay for him to play. And even though there's a moderate recovery time, he's also confident at the moment to be back on the floor.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
Yeah, so much changes around the league year to year, but the danger and impact of injury remains largely the same. It's not enough to be good. You gotta be lucky too.
Buries it from three-point range.
Well, that's Bane's go-to zone. You can't let him have a look from there.
And that one's good out of the Kumbo. 18 points for him.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Banchero outside. Pass to Bitadze. Turner with the steal. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Over Carter. And that one goes long. Down low. And here's Banchero. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Orlando, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Orlando.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint. Something coaches always love to see.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Cole Anthony is out there with Rollins. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Itadze, and Batazi throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. Jamal Mosley is doing a tremendous job for the Magic, and the players gravitate to his approach. He said, quote, coaching is teaching, and you can't teach yelling and screaming and hollering. You teach with communication and positivity, because that's how I think a lot of these guys will actually register it. Back to you.
A new school approach, if you will. Thank you, Allie. Jones, the pass to Baines. Batazi setting a screen for Baines. And Batazi throws it down.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up.
Giannis showing creativity.
How do you even come up with something like that? Giannis is an artist.
That's a great look at that move from the connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Orlando leading by 11. Jones with it. Still without a basket. And a wide open look for Payne. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Giannis kicks to Prince. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Shoots it. Giannis just too much inside.
Just another day at the office for Antetokounmpo. This guy consistently puts up points.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Suggs is checked in for the Magic. And here in the middle of winter, some teams feeling the cold in the power rankings. Others remaining high. Taking a look at New York. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
You know, right now for Milwaukee, they're just holding steady, but in the wrong third of these rankings. So currently toward the bottom and looking for a spot.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Giannis inside, defended by Carter. Greg, over the last 9 seasons, the Bucks with the 2nd most wins in the regular season.
I mean, a dominant run to be sure. And not to mention the franchise's 2nd ever title back in 21. Those are things you can never take away.
And Orlando making a change here. Banchero's checked in.
Yeah, no matter how you slice it, Giannis is a force on the floor. The power, the scoring, the rebounding, the defense, he gives you everything.
And good that time. Baines got 8 here in the quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Outside, Payne. Here's Banchero. And there the Magic with another bucket.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Here's Anthony. Still yet to score. Giannis inside. Banchero's there. Pass to Turner. Back to Antetokounmpo. It's Giannis throwing it down.
That's too easy for Antetokounmpo. This D. Going to have to push him further from the basket.
And here is Suggs. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's Antetokounmpo, then jammed down as he goes right over Paolo Banchero.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Here's Bane. That's good, and it's Banchero with the assist. Bane's got 15.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo stems it in.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's ready to talk things through with them. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Magic. Franz Wagner comes in for Bane. Carter with the screen to the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. Carter's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, there's no question Carter can play strong inside. He has the build for it.
And Giannis gets it to go.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Pass to Bitadze. Here's Wagner. Shoots the three. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, when it comes to getting the ball in the open floor, no one is more dangerous than Giannis.
Carter finds Wagner. Goes up on the top of the key. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Giannis against Carter. Antetokounmpo, no good. Magic leading by 11. Wagner on the wing. Again, the Magic score.
Well, it's so impressive what bigs in this league are doing with the ball now, and Wagner's one of them.
Pass to Rollins. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Prince, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Rollins. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Good work defensively by Carter.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And Bitadze throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Suggs. Lays it up off the glass. Suggs has got his first basket.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Wagner looking it over. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. 1:04 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's Suggs with the rebound. And so Suggs with it. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. 17-point lead, their biggest. Banchero against Prince. Here's Bitadze, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Antetokounmpo is such a tough cover. Just dares the defense to foul him on the way up.
Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Bane comes in for Wendell Carter. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's good from long range.
and they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Drops in the layup for 2. Giannis has got 41.
Well, this is the problem Giannis presents. Stopping him inside is such a challenge.
Pass to Wagner. And here's Banchero, covered by Giannis. Misses the baby hook. Desmond Bane getting it done for Orlando. He put together quite a quarter. 13 points. points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
Yeah, I've been impressed with all those guys so far, but I want to see who holds up down the stretch.
Yeah, the length of an NBA season tends to take its toll on rookies, especially as opponents adjust to them. Now, looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Milwaukee Bucks.
What they're doing tonight doesn't even count as defense. Open shots all over the place. Have a little pride, fellas.
Yeah, their lack of engagement at that end is pretty glaring.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
Magic leading by 17. Running out on the wings, they'll have Bane and Wagner. Banchero up there with Mo Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Banchero's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land. Antetokounmpo, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
The Bucks shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with a spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
Anthony dishes to Antetokounmpo to stop the run, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Outside, Bane, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Well, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder, and he says guys from there naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country. Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood. Back to you guys.
A lot of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie. Giannis dunks it down.
Anthony's showing good vision there.
Orlando leading by 23. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Wagner, to the paint, Banchero. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
He's got the size of a center and the skills of a guard. Giannis is incredible.
Rollins against Bane to the left wing. Step back shot, and it's Banchero missing.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Outside, Suggs. Bane against Rollins. Here's Banchero for 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Banchero's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Magic. It's stolen by Banchero. Takes it inside and finished off by Banchero.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And, boy, he turns it into an explosive finish.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play. Brought to you by AT&T.
Yeah, easy call.
Milwaukee shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And he's good on the second.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Kicks it out to Banchero. 5 on the clock. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Suggs against Anthony. Suggs kicks to Bane. And he's good on the 3-ball. Bane's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Trying to find Wagner, gets it to him. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing.
Well, look, Mo Wagner is a big guy, almost 7 feet. So I love it when he takes it near the hoop.
Kick out to Giannis. And good! There's another.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Outside, Bane. Back to Suggs. Banchero outside. And the 3 off target. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Lays it up and banks it in. Giannis has got 54 points.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Bane passes to Banchero. Here's Wagner. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Wagner's got his second basket.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That's his first foul. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, defended by Carter. And Giannis gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 56 points in the game.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Outside, Bane. And a miss there on the triple. The Bucks have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rollins the pass to Antetokounmpo. Launches a 3. The shot by Rollins no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
De Silva, no good. Here's Milwaukee now. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good work defensively by Carter. Now, here's Bane. He's got 26.
2 minutes.
1:56 left here in the third quarter. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And if you thought the break would slow him down, you were wrong. He remains red hot from deep.
Here's Antetokounmpo in the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Straight power there, straight power. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
he must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Only the 6th player ever from the country of Georgia, Bitadze is an inspiration, Coach.
He sure is, Kevin, and a hard-playing guy who can really defend and rebound, and he's an underrated offensive player. Great finisher around the rim. This guy can help almost anybody.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Got a piece of it. Bane with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. De Silva, no good. And for Milwaukee, their shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%, they're a machine from the floor. And it's Giannis missing. Magic shooting impressively throughout at 62%. There's the 3. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like that.
And another one falls.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. Anthony against Bane. Lock at 6. Carter with a screen on Anthony. Bane inside the three-point line. The wing jumper off target. And so it's Orlando ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
We can't do it on our own. You got to play together. You got to share together. All right? It's simple basketball.
Always preaching teamwork. Doc Rivers laying it down for his team moments ago in their huddle.
Yeah, I think he sees where certain individuals are kind of taking it upon themselves, and that's not helping right now.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here is Howard. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Rollins is out there with Anthony, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
The shot by Rollins, no good. Rollins gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Carter looking around, and it's off from 3-point range. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the jam by Antetokounmpo.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Here's De Silva, covered by Rollins. Pass to Howard. 5 to shoot. Here's Carter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, and that's where Carter wants the ball. Foul line down.
Now here's Giannis. Here's Rollins. Prince outside. Here's Giannis. Rebound by the Magic. Carter's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Bitadze can't hit. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Bucks. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Giannis inside. Defended by Carter. Rollins the pass to Giannis. Releases. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And just the way pilots use VR to train, now NBA officials can do the same.
Yeah, it's all about reps, right? Getting them with the headset in a lower stress setting helps prepare them to make the right call when the lights are brightest.
Jones checked in for Howard. Inside, there's Bitadze, and Bitadze throws it down.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Antetokounmpo passes to Rollins. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo inside. Carter on him. To the inside. Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Giannis passes to Rollins. Back to Antetokounmpo. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Jones against Anthony. Pass to De Silva. The three. Giannis grabs the miss. Giannis has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Stan, what advice would you give to coaches that are leading a struggling team?
Well, Kevin, I think the number one thing, whether you're leading a struggling team or a team playing really well or anything in between, is to just stay consistent. Keep working on the things that you know over time make teams consistent. Go out and talk about those things.
He got it again! Sensational!
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Again, what an avalanche!
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Batazzi setting a screen for Jones. And Batazzi throws it down.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfectly.
Takes a step back. Here's Giannis. And again.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Pass to Bitadze. And it's sent back by Turner.
Well, this is the kind of rim protection Turner provides. He knows his team relies on him to protect the paint.
Kicks it out to Prince. Down low. The three ball. The second effort. Here's Antetokounmpo. And good. He hits it again.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Anthony against Jones. Pass to De Silva. To the middle. Batazzi inside. Turner covering. Jones for three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks have gone 5 of 12 from the field. And good, he hits again.
Unreal. He's got the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
That's good from Batazzi. So, as a coach, during this long season, how do you keep your players engaged?
That's a great question, Kevin, but I got to tell you, I think it comes more to the players than the coaches. I think as a coach, you try to be consistent. You're always a little worried about fatigue. You've got to be concerned about the work and rest balance, both mentally and physically. But the players just have to be professional and get themselves ready to play on a daily basis.
Orlando leading by 22, and the foul called on Antetokounmpo. And that'll be his third foul so far. The Magic making a switch here. Isaac's checked in. Pass to Howard. Here is Carter. Turner covering. The Magic again can't hit. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
Magic shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Pass to Howard. Inside, here's Bitadze, and it's sent back by Turner.
One of the better shot blockers in the league. Turner got all of that.
Here's Antetokounmpo, fires for three. Orlando grabs the miss.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Magic.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And now, on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And in a three-game season series, they take the first two, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Desmond Bane.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Dives for it. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Off target from outside. It's Giannis with, and yep, another basket.
And that puts him even for third on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
I'm at a loss for words. Greg, his has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see.
And to equal a mark set way back in 1961 by Wilt Chamberlain, that tells you all you need to know.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Third team foul.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just